Hey guys, Anthony, 4x4 Diesel and 4x4 Adventures. You may have seen a Rola Titan Tray unpacking and assembly video or 2 or 3 on either of our YouTube channels, or both, or whatever you're looking at. So we put it all together. Now this video is just to give you a bit of an idea with the alignment, and it's all about how you want it, to be quite honest. So what you do first, sit the rack up on the roof over the rails. As I said, what we did, we're using a low mount system here. And we've already got these brackets in place just loosely, just finger tight. The instructions, I think it actually shows you to put these on afterwards, but as you can see, it's underneath. You'd be fiddling around. Why wouldn't you just have them sitting there? Like I said, just loosely, the nuts and bolts are sitting there, ready, you know, just finger tight. So they're pulled back out of the way, because you can see that's going to slide in and hook under the rail there. Now, you move your rack backwards or forwards where you want. For us, we're a few inches from the back of the vehicle. I like to have as much weight as possible towards the front, because most of the loading weight does go to the back. So for that reason, I like it forwards. And also, if you've got a 360, 180, 270, whatever it is, one of those awnings, 270, where it folds around the rear here, if you've got a little bit further forward, gives you a little bit more roof cover here, because if you're right to the back, you might be on the edge, and then when there's weather, the rain's coming in, you can't have your back door open. The whole idea is for it to function right. So allow for that, depending on which one you've got, how it needs to sit, and of course it's always adjustable later anyway, so get it back or forwards how you like. We've got the 1800 by 1200 here, and then obviously you want to have it even left to right, and car roof, the shapes are just they're not square. So to be quite honest, I just go by feel. I go, look, there's the edge of my rail there, I can see about a few mil of the rail there, I can see a few mil of the rail there, and it tapers off obviously, because as I said, they're not straight. By the halfway down the roof rack, you've lost that rail, see what I mean? It just sort of gone. So just get it even like that, and you can do the same bit of a feel, couple of checkpoints. Now once you've done that, for us, as I said, I like to have these sitting flush, right? So you can have them sticking out. You can, if you need a bit extra meat to mount something on, or for whatever reason, whatever you like, you can push them in even further. But I just think flush looks good, and I think that gives the maximum strength. Not that strength's an issue here, but that way you've got support all the way from the edge, all the way in. I just think that's the best. So once you get those to the length you want, and position backwards and forwards, which also matters, I like to bring them close. See, this is the plastic trim here. This is on the Prados, but other vehicles similar. That's just a plastic cover. You don't want to clamp on the plastic cover. You want to be on the aluminium, or whatever the case may be. In this case, aluminium. This is your clamping area here, close as possible to the mounting points, but obviously not on the plastic. So we've got this one all the way back, as you can see, just a finger width in from the edge of the plastic. You'll probably find about the same at the other side, and same at the front, front to back sort of thing. So once you get that in the desired distance in and out, right, as in and out, side to side and backwards and forwards, and you're happy, then you can lock these up. You don't go super crazy at the moment, just lock them up so they don't move. We're going to do the final tighten on everything at the end once we're happy. Once you've done that, what we're going to do for the purpose of the video is, even though, see, I'm in two minds about this. So you can see that these flat sections will sit directly on the rack. It'll leave some marks in it over time, and I couldn't care less, and I don't know whether you could either. But there is some plastic trims that come, and you've just got to cut them blank. So you just literally lift the roof rack up like that, take a bit of a measurement, whatever. You only need to go far enough so that you've covered from the end, from the plastic here, to cover the inside of the roof rail. So, it could be 80 mil or something along those lines, I don't know. You may or may not do this. And then lift it up again, and there's little rubber pads you stick underneath the plastic. So it gives a bit of padding between this and the roof rack. The other thing it'll probably do, might just mold around it a bit and sort of lock it in position and hold it a little bit more sturdy. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Just take a measurement from basically here to the inside of the rail on all four. We're going to cut all those four plastics to length. We're going to slip those in position, put the foam pads under there, and then it's just a matter of loosening off those nuts if they need to be, so the clamp drops down far enough. That one you can see over there. Bring it in, it'll go underneath here, and then it's lock everything up once you're happy, and that's it. Simple as that. In case you missed the other video, go check it out, because you probably don't know what I'm talking about up to this stage. These are the plastic sections, right? Easy to cut, just you could probably cut them with a sharp Stanley knife. You could cut them with a hacksaw. What am I going to use? I don't even know yet. I think I'll go for the Stanley knife. I'll let you know. And then these are the rubber pads. See, they're just foam pads, and they'll literally stick onto that in the right position. so that you've got the plastic. You just got a bit of a buffer between your rails. I'm sure a lot of people will like that. For me, I'm like, I don't really need it. It's what, you think it's going to look nicer, good from far, far from good, whatever. And there's obviously a couple spare drop and turn bolts. So let's get on with the measuring. All right, I don't know if this is going to work out. See what I mean? We're just measuring from the inside of the rail to about just there, right? So we're just kind of going, you need two hands, not a camera in one hand. It's going to be about 60 mil, right? But I need to have my other hand here just to feel the ruler flush. So about 60 mil. So it was about 60 mil on the front, about 70 mil on the back. So all the Prado 150s, if you set up like that, you're going to end up with about the same. I can't see there being too many issues. It's just mainly to make it look a bit nicer on the outside. And like I said, so these will stick better to that than they will to the steel with just the line sections in it, if you know what I mean. But I'd go as far as to say is you don't need to use that or that. You could just tighten it down. It's not going to go anywhere, and then you don't have all this holding all the dirt and dust in there, which is, you know, I haven't had an issue with that, but you know, that's the way I think. It's just bling to make it look nice, so you can, optional as far as I'm concerned. Okay, so what I did, I actually had what I thought was a decent pair of scissors there. So I cut with the scissors, and the last little bit I couldn't finish with the scissors, so I just used this blade and just pushed down and rocked it around a little bit to get it to snap off. Now, what you do, it doesn't matter too much, right? Because there's heaps of spare here. Let me grab those. Look at all this. You've still got all this left over, right? So there's plenty of spare if you stuff up. And I cut from each end, so this end and from that end. So then, hopefully, if you don't stuff up, you've got the best ends that have been cut from factory to put at the outside where you can see it, and the worst ones, which are not too bad, on the inside. So we're going to go and click the 60 mil fronts in position and the 70 mil rears, and you can see it's not exact. It's not furniture. It's just little trims that nobody's ever going to see. So the only difference now is you can see the plastic trims in position. So yeah, looks a bit neater. That's the way they designed it. Just saying, I don't think you need to do that, but it's nice and neat, and it gives a nice flat to put that rubber pad on that goes between this and the roof rail. So you stick the rubber pad onto the plastic, just gently lift it up again and put it in place. Bada bing. Then bring your clamps in, those ones you can see there, underneath your rails, pull them in nice and tight, nip those up tight, go and tighten everything, and you're done. Bada bing. And that's all I think I really need to tell you. We're job's done. Thanks for watching, guys. If you liked it, hit the like button, subscribe, turn the bell on. This was all part of mod number 18. If you're in the competition for the free battery, if you don't know about the free battery, well, subscribe, turn the bell on both of our YouTube channels, our Facebook groups and pages. Keep watching videos and you'll soon pick up the info how to get the freebies. All right, catch ya. I thought you might want to see what the strips look like. They are quality 3M adhesive strips. So you can see on the inner clamp there, waiting to be slid in. It's already fitted onto the clamp. They do that at factory. Our one's installed up there, as you can see. Same on the back, all right. And we'll have a quick look at the other side. Maybe I need to align the rack still a little bit. I'm not saying it's all, but basically now it's do your final alignment, slide those clamps in that you can see in behind there, and do up all your bolts nice and tight, and job's done. This side, same thing, beautiful. And it's looking pretty much the same at this side as well. Look, you can take as much care as you like to stick those things on. I'm not too fussed about it. It looks all right. So we're going to bring the clamps in. Job's done. Mod number 18 complete. And that's your 2 installation videos, unpacking, assembling, and installing to the roof procedure. Thanks for watching, guys. See ya.